Good morning, people. What the fuck? Okay, that's not what I was looking for. That'll be interesting. Good morning. How are you? I'll be right with you. Just one morning. Wow, unfucking believable. Okay.
You may have to go with me to take the boy to the
Why?
what do you call it? Because I popped an edible, like a daytime edible, but it was just 10, so I should be okay. But
I'm gonna. I swear to God.
I know.
I signed up for the pre-sale for London as well.
No, we're not going to London.
I've never been to Wembley Stadium.
Well, I can't take him there.
Why not?
He doesn't have a passport, guy.
Oh, that's true. What is this? What's your opinion on? I don't know about that Atlas stuff. Are you laughing?
No, it's the live.
Oh,
That's what you say is funny.
I got your funny right here.
What?
I got your funny right here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's my morning so far? Fine. It's my day off. My wife is currently packing. She's heading to Las Vegas for the weekend with a couple of our daughters, her sister, her mom, and one of her friends for a gal's weekend away in Vegas. Somebody says I have more than 100 pigs. Good for you. Thank you very much, 7038. Good morning, Spain. How are you? Tell your sister to get on it. Tell your sister to get on it and get him a passport. Good morning from Denver. I fucking love Denver. We are sorry we have chose the wrong person. Hope you forgive us. I don't know what that means. Can you explain the White House demo? The east wing of the White House, where the current White House ballroom that seats about 200 people is, and the offices for like the First Lady and the various military offices for the White House exist, is being torn down so that they can build a bigger version of it. That's going to be a ballroom that I don't know seats how many fucking people. It's Trump's way of leaving his name on the White House, is what it is. Do you like Rural King Company from Illinois? My city got one. I have not been to a Rural King in I don't know how long. If I was going to go to a place like a Rural King, I would rather go to Farm and Fleet around here, which is better, in my opinion. But once again, I haven't been to the Rural King in a hot minute. So there's already a ballroom. There's been a ballroom at the White House forever. It seats about 200 people. How is Trump going to fuck over the construction workers on this project? Is the project going to actually be done right? That's the key question. I mean, nothing he builds ever is done right. They want a bigger one. Why is that any of your guys' business? It's not like any of you all is going to be staying in the White House, says Joe Reed. How is it our business? It's our fucking house. It's our property. That's how it's our fucking business. We were told when he was going to build a new ballroom that it wasn't going to touch the existing building that we own, that we paid for. That's how it's our fucking business. Hope that helps. Good morning, entertainment. How are you? And listen, I get it. He doesn't really give a shit about where the first lady's offices are, given that his wife doesn't want to have a fucking thing to do with him. But that's not our problem. He can just quietly live in the building for 4 years and then get the fuck out. Good morning, Maryland. How are you? Texas, hello. New ballroom funded by Trump and donors for the people, and liberals are upset because they didn't use taxpayer money. No, liberals are upset that they're destroying the entire east wing of the White House after they said they wouldn't do so. And if you actually believe that Trump is funding this, then I have a fucking bridge to sell you. And how's he going to fund it? With the $230 million he's going to take from us taxpayers for being compensated for the fact that he was investigated for the crimes he committed? I notice you're not talking about that, are you? Yeah, I didn't think so. Get fucked. Midnight, how you doing? Welcome in. Why are you so damn mean? You're done? Question mark. Your diet is not too good as it. You want to rephrase that so it's in English and we can understand it? Why do people come in here just to be against the channel? Because they're ignorant fucking trolls with no life. Much love from Pittsburgh. Right on. Thank you, Midnight. Appreciate it. Slay, I appreciate it. Cat, thank you. Another Slay, thank you very much. Sativa or indica? Yes. Germany, hello. That's a notification coming in from the Ring doorbell app because we had sub-freezing temperatures this morning when we woke up. So we had a frost. So your garden is probably done. Maybe your flowers. Who knows? This one's about done. It's just a little nub left. Ron, thank you very much. Indeed. Midnight, indeed. Mega power? What's that? Trans woman from Hawaii here. Just wanted to say thank you for your support. Right on. Welcome in. Need coffee, man? Right on. I don't drink coffee, so I don't have to worry about that. Edibles or joints? I only use joints because edibles don't touch me. What's up, buddy? How you doing? You want to come up here? Come on, buddy. Yes, we had a frost. We had a freeze warning overnight. You wish Indiana would legalize this stuff? Yeah, we should legalize it federally. Coffee in a bowl make for a great weekend. Well, right on. You do what you got to do, man. Joints, bowls, bongs, tincture, no dab. I don't ever do dabs. I don't do bongs anymore. Do I play the guitar? No. Love your kitty. Thank you. Say hi, Frank. What's up, buddy? This is my cat. He hangs out under the desk. Or next to me if I'm sitting on the bed or if I'm going to the bathroom, he comes to the bathroom with me. This is my cat. This is Franklin, named after the Grateful Dead song Franklin's Tower. He is the second youngest or second oldest of our 5 cats. I know you don't like that position, do you? Huh? I'll give you the little head scratches right there. What's up, buddy? He's a good cat. Other than the fact that he chews on strings, he's a good cat. Why not bongs? It rips into the lungs too much. I've been smoking weed since I was 13. I'm 53, and I smoked cigarettes for 35 of those years. So, what is the cat's political opinion? I don't know. He doesn't speak, but I'm going to guess, given the fact that he hangs out in here all day while I scream into my phone how idiotic MAGA supporters are, he's probably liberal. Lord knows he doesn't mind the herb from being trapped in this room with me. Why are there so many closeted gay men in MAGA leadership? Because if they came out, the people who vote for them would disavow them. You want Trump to repeal homosexual marriage immediately? It's disgusting. Okay, well, write a strongly worded email and then get fucked. Can we get some Frank merch? Doubtful. Your sister-in-law has an orange cat named Bob. The homosexual lifestyle should be illegal. Well, here, this is what we're going to do. Now I've muted you, and you can keep saying that over and over and over again and continue to boost my algorithms, but now we don't have to see it. You can go ahead continuing to think that it's disgusting and it should be illegal, and we'll continue to not fucking have to watch you say that shit. Thought I told you to get fucked. Go on. Get. Why is MAGA so interested in what's happening in other people's pants? Because that's what fascinates them, right? They think about gay sex more than gay people think about gay sex. Rudolph, right on. We put it in your faces. How is it in your face? April, care to elaborate? Is somebody grabbing your head and making you watch gay parades and gay characters on TV and gay characters in movies? Somebody making you watch that? Or are you just too fucking dense to know how to change the channel? Nobody's making you do shit. It's not in your face. Okay, somebody asked, is that taco truck that served the worst tacos of all time still around? Yes, they are. I don't want to mention their name. It's a local taco truck. And it's not the worst taco of all time, but man, it's not a good taco. I had such hopes for a taco truck locally, and in my opinion, they skimp on the protein. The protein, the fillings are not that tasty, and it's a weird. It's not like a flat tortilla. It's like a puffy tortilla. It's almost like a gordita. And I didn't roll up to the taco truck to get a gordita. I rolled up to get a taco. You know what I mean? The streamer Sage had a burrito truck. Okay. Bless you. Well, you're definitely not running to one, says user phone book. Go ahead and keep repeating that because now you're muted as well, and we don't have to hear that either. No, what I don't definitely am not doing is I'm not dealing with your bullshit. Um, Joseph, you're welcome. Frank down here taking a whole ass bath. You're
Hey, babe,
yes.
do you need I'm throwing in a hoodie to um, wear for this weekend. Do you need me to wash anything?
No, all of my hoodies are clean.
Okay.
I mean, if there's anything in the hamper that you feel like throwing in, but I don't need anything washed.
Well, if I wash it, then it has to be hung up.
Oh, then no, don't worry about it. I'm a nacho fan as long as it's made right. Well, okay. You dig on some nachos then. I could care less about nachos. They're okay. They're not. I don't hate them, but I don't crave them. NBA's Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier, among dozens of others, arrested in illegal gambling scheme. So they arrested an NBA head coach and a star NBA player and a shit ton of mafia members this morning for a gambling scheme within the NBA. Chorizo burrito equals 10,000 calories. I don't think I could do a chorizo burrito. I love chorizo tacos, but I wouldn't want a whole burrito of chorizo. Gorgeous morning here in Central Florida. Enjoy a smoke and a coffee. We need to be a safe, free, clean nation. Okay. Get after it, boy. You are making sure it's all clean, aren't you? Oh, look, we have another troll. Arona. Babaya. Oh. Tacos, the breakfast of champions. Are those guitars behind you? Yes, those are all mini guitars. You can see here if you these ones in front, these are all Jerry Garcia guitars. That's Bob Weir. That's Eddie Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Paul McCartney's mandolin bass, Billy Gibbons' fur guitar from ZZ Top, and then I have a back row that includes Phil Lesh, Angus Young, Cliff Burton, Slash, Joan Jett, Lita Ford, Michael Anthony. You know, I got them all on Amazon. They run about, on average, about 30, 29, 30 bucks a piece. They come with their own little stand. There are like 3 or 4 stores on Amazon that sell them. The one that I got most of mine from is called Axe, AXE Heaven. And they have all kinds of, they have mini drum sets from like Ringo Starr and Neil Peart and shit like that. You can get mini amp sets, and mini guitars and basses. And, oh, that was too much Tom in the picture right there. Jesus fucking Christ. You should go to Amazon. What do you think of millennials when they say the new young guys? I don't understand what you mean when they say the new young guys. I have a Randy Rhodes Flying V back here, and then I got Randy and Ozzy up there in the corner. How big are those guitars? Not that big. This is Stevie Ray Vaughan's, as you can tell. You can see the detail from all the scratch marks on his guitar that they did, even on the back. They have real strings, but yeah, they're about that big. And yeah, I don't know how many. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. We have 23 of them. I don't play any of them because I don't know how. Do you have? Do I have Eddie Van Halen's guitar back there? The Frankenstein? Yes. The legal framework around the demo? Elaborate. You mean the demo at the White House or something else? Plant-based black man. Thank you very much. What did you think of millennials when they were the new young guys? Like how Gen Z are the new young. I don't know that I put much thought into them. I don't know the legal framework behind the demo. It was my understanding that for years and years and years and years and years to do anything like that, you had to get approval from this certain board. And then Donald Trump put his guy in charge of that board. And now that board says, well, we don't have to give approval. The president can do whatever the fuck he wants. Does the guitar strum? No, no. I do not have Jimi Hendrix's guitar back there. That is one that I am definitely missing. Jimi Hendrix's guitar. And another one that I'm missing is Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. You remember when he had that 9-headed guitar? The reason I don't own that one is because that one's $100. I like how you actually respond to chat, unlike some other streamers. Well, mainly because I don't know. Like I always thought in order to do a live, I had to do something. Like I had to play a game, I had to get a spinning wheel and do something with the crowd. And I never really knew what to do, so I just started just like reading the comments and seeing what everybody had to say. And that's just what it's become at this point in time because you guys are the ones that are watching the videos, right? I mean, not to be cheesy, but you guys are the reason why we're able to pay our bills. So, makes better sense to just sit here and listen to what everybody has to say, block the idiots, see if a topic takes off. Shit like that. You bought a piano in 2016, happily driving home and hear that Prince was just sound dead and shit. Did you go to the No Kings protest? I did not. What happens to the Republican Party after Trump? My guess is they're probably going to have to figure out what direction they're going to go. Craziest gay experience? I've never had a gay experience, so there isn't one to be the craziest. What's your cat's name? We have 5 cats. We have Freddie Mercury, Franklin's Tower, Sergeant Pepper, Ozzy Osbourne, and Eddie Van Halen. Congress needs to take all the power back, for better or worse. Congress just gave it up. You got any hitchhiking stories? Yeah, a few. Do you think Trump makes it to 2028? I mean, yeah. Until I see evidence otherwise that he is in imminent danger, that he's going to Mother Nature's going to take him away. But I, I see an old guy with some health problems. There are a lot of old guys with health problems. And here's what everybody needs to understand. If you're an old, rich man who just so happens to be in the most powerful office on the planet, you have access to the best healthcare humanly possible. You know what I mean? There, anything he could possibly want or need is at his fingertips. The trolls are trolling. Yeah, we're hitting them. No worries. People keep saying he is, but he isn't there yet. Do you think Trump is going to try and run in 2028? I think Trump is going to try and do something to figure out a way to stay in power. Because I don't think he ever wants to give it up. And I don't think it's going to break very well for him. Like, even if the Democrats lose the midterms, right? Even if the Republicans hold the House and they hold the Senate, and we have Republican rule in federal government, at the end of the day, there will be 50 state elections in 2026. And he is either going to walk out the front door on January 20th, 2027, or he's going to get carried out. That's just the bottom line. And that's not a threat for me. That is the United States government is not going to allow this to happen. You'll give me $1,200 for my guitar? No. Trolling does still count as engagement. That's the thing about trolls. They're not smart enough to understand that. What is Trump doing about cartels in Mexico? I don't know. Do I not think that the government is compromised? To a certain degree. Here's the thing: elections are not run by the federal government; they're run by state governments. And there's a constitution for a reason. So unless the Supreme Court steps in and says, "Yeah, we're done having elections," at which point in time you'll have blood in the streets. You literally will, because people are not going to stand for that. You lived in California and moved to Wyoming and lived there my whole 20s. The Caucasians in Wyoming went by not as racist as they are in California. Okay. Do you think Donald will pull another Jan 6? Who knows? Somebody said he's dying. That's why he's rushing the ballroom. There could very well be some health issues behind the scenes that they're not alluding to. He has talked multiple times in the past 4 months about whether or not he's going to get into heaven. The last time he talked about it was on Air Force One with a Fox News reporter. And he told that Fox News reporter that he does not believe he is heaven bound. He does not believe that the life he has led is going to allow him to get into heaven. Just really weird interviews about whether or not he thinks he's going to get into heaven. That, along with the physical things that we see, the ankles and the hand and things like that, do tend to lead me to believe that maybe there's something they're covering up. But until we know that, he's just an old guy. Yes, it is a Grateful Dead guitar. Listen, we're all dying. Mexican food is slightly overrated. You can kiss my entire taint. I just saw a headline about the Australian American mineral deal. I haven't done a dive into it. I'll have to read about it so I can do a video on it. On the wall, Grateful Dead guitar. Okay, this is the second time now. Yes, that is a Grateful Dead guitar. Who said Mexican food is overrated? I'm going to fight him. Yeah, get in there. Throw some hands. Are you Christian? No, I'm an atheist. Can I have a shout out? I don't do shout outs. Sorry. We're all going to meet our maker eventually. I'm going to return to the earth eventually. Do you like chorizo and eggs? I like chorizo. I don't like chorizo and eggs. Thanks for your videos. They make me feel a bit less lonely with my political views and live in a red state. You're welcome. What do you think of Whitmer's budget in Michigan? I don't know. I'm not, I don't fucking know what Whitmer's budget in Michigan is. I'm not trying to be rude, but I mean, I got to worry about Illinois' budget. I can't worry about the budget of 49 other states. People are always commenting on the guitar. It is the one consistent in the last 5-6 years. Everybody always asks about that goddamn guitar. And when we eventually, maybe, potentially buy or build a new house, there'll be a new office with a new background, and I'm going to have to figure out a way that background and my desk is situated in such a manner that fucking guitar is in the background. Otherwise, I will have 9 billion questions. What happened to the guitar? Mexican food is great, but you have to have the right stuff like any other food. Yeah, exactly. Almost like new people come in on a stream and don't know about the guitar. LOL. And may Jesus bless you and show you. Even you will have judgment. Jesus is the only way to heaven. Okay. You and Jesus, you enjoy your trip to heaven. Hope it's a comfortable ride. It's not like a 78 Dart or something like that. Why are you an atheist? Do you have any proof of a God? Have I ever had Takis? No. Do I like peanut butter? Yes. Intestine tacos? Yes. They're out there. Tongue tacos are pretty good. I've never had tripe. I've never had the intestine tacos. At least I don't think I have. Do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race? I don't watch TV. From the outside looking in, it is so important to stand on. And that's a weird thing to say because that's all I used to do back in the day, is just watch fucking TV. But we don't watch TV. And I got to be honest with you, I like it better. There's something to be said about having Sherry. How you doing? There's something to be said about having Sherry. We are heavy on the trolls this morning, so feel free to let your fingers do some walking, if you so choose. And if you're busy, don't even fucking worry about it. Seriously, I've been hitting them, as they pop up. What the fuck was I saying? Do I think cats are the king of assholes? Yes. I don't think it. I know it. If you like spicy stuff, try Taki spicy chips on top of peanut butter toast. Oh, I don't think you're going to catch me combining flavors like that. Mexican food is one of the best. Release the Epstein files, yes. We're talking about TV. Oh, there's something to be said about having a good show to watch, but I think our lives are cluttered enough with the news and the social media content that we both consume and that I create, that the noise that comes in on the TV is even just more shit that right now, at least I don't have room for it in my fucking head. You hate beans and toast? I can't bring myself to try it, so. We need to play Trump's game with him, Obama 2028. No, we don't need to. Here's the problem, and I don't mean to snap at you like that. We don't need to be talking about Obama 2028 because then that begins to normalize Trump 2028, and that's not normal. They get 2 terms and then they fuck off. We should not be playing into that going, well, then we'll just run Obama because it normalizes what he's doing. We must never normalize what he is doing. Michelle Obama has made it crystal clear she is not interested in running for political office. If Michelle Obama decided to run for political office, I have absolutely no doubt that she would be a major favorite to win the presidency. Not a Gibson 335, D'Angelico semi-hollow body. You think the ocean's creatures are aliens? LED led by the dolphins. So have you watched the movie The Abyss? Then do you know Nixon was the worst president we had until Trump came around? That's your opinion. Nixon was one of the best presidents we've ever had. I'm just so scared Trump will do something to try and win 2028. Unless he can figure out a way to change the Constitution, he ain't winning 2028. The Abyss was a kick-ass movie, yes. What is the best way to grow a YouTube channel? Consistency. I have no idea. I just keep posting and you guys keep showing up and talking about it. Have I seen the movie Parasite? No. Cats are the aliens? I don't know. Who's the yellow dude on the rock? This is a Rasta banana, a stuffed Rasta banana that I won at a carnival. And this is a stuffed Mr. Burns that I won at a carnival. And then there's a stuffed pot leaf back here. And then my skull Kleenex holder. This is my printer back here. And this is a stack of papers in my inbox that needs to be all disseminated and put into files down here. Do you accept Hawaiian pizza? Accept it how? Like, am I accepting like the body of Christ? Like, I won't eat Hawaiian pizza, but if you want it, knock your socks off. It's not for me to accept your pizza. Okay, if you're just gonna keep asking the same fucking question that I've already answered, then we're just gonna mute you too. That's how that works. Please watch the movie Parasite. Okay. Hawaiian pizza with jalapenos is the bomb, somebody says. Exactly, Burner. Exactly. Does it matter if God exists or not? We're still on this earth. We are physical beings and live surrounded in math and logic. I mean, I guess it sort of does matter if he exists or not. What happens to Vance after Trump depends on what Trump does. What happened to Pence after Trump? Pence couldn't get elected dog catcher in the state of Indiana right now. Chow from Florence. How you doing? 1 hour to go to our son's retainer check. Thank you to whoever gave the membership. I went live on Sunday, and there were 2 people that were buying and donating memberships. If you guys are unaware, I have a membership status. You don't get anything additional for the membership status. It's just a way for people to financially support the channel. It's $5 a month. And somebody was giving away 2 people were giving away memberships. And then there were 2 guys in there tossing around $100 donations like crazy. There was one guy that put fucking $500 in that day. Tipped me $500 that day. Like, goddamn, man. Good on you if you got that kind of cash to just throw around. And I appreciated it, that was for sure. Do you answer to Instagram messages from fans who love you and want to point out corrupting? I very rarely go into my Instagram messages. Very rarely. Like, very rarely. Yes, look what Donald Trump did to Mike Pence. Yes. Thank you all the same. The perks doesn't matter. I like your live stream. Thank you very much. Do you believe there is a lack of evidence for the existence of God, or do you believe there is evidence enough to dismiss the existence of God? Evidence enough to dismiss the existence of God? I don't know what that evidence would be. I don't know what evidence you would possess that would allow you to dismiss the existence of a God. For me, it's a lack of evidence of a God. You know, whenever you ask somebody, give me proof that there's a God, they always point to like trees and mountains and rivers and the circulatory system of the human body. And I'm like, none of that is proof of a God. But I also don't know what proof would be to what evidence you could go, this proves there is no God. I just don't know what that would be. Are you done cleaning it? Frank, you're making a lot of noise back there, homie. You know that, don't you? Can you see this comment? Yep. Somebody says God equals universe. Everything else is just the ways humanity has found to describe it. Yeah, to me, God is just the earth. I don't care about religion that much unless it supports anti-intellectualism and fundamentalist movements. I wish religion lived together in harmony, but that's too utopic, indeed. Do you stream on Twitch as well? I do not. I want to expose a fraud creator. Then I don't know. You expose him. Gavin Newsom might be good for 2028 presidency. He's definitely going to be running. Okay, that's her name. Okay. Nobody ever answers Instagram. When you do get an answer, it's a scam of some kind. Listen, Instagram, I use it to post memes and let people know what I got going on other channels. I don't do a ton. I have about 34,000 followers on my Instagram. I got about just under 5,000 or maybe just slightly over 4,000 followers on my Facebook page. And I don't do much on Threads and Bluesky. I use those platforms to let people know about what's going on here on YouTube. Most of my content is now right here. You have an orange cat, your favorite little troublemaker, right on. I'm okay with the idea of a God, and I think that it would be really exciting. But there's evidence. Exactly, there's no evidence there. I'm atheist, and I would vote for James Tallarico in a heartbeat. Yep, I would vote for James Tallarico if I was in his district as well. Do you have any dogs? Yes, we have a yellow lab. Is it true that orange cats are dumb? Our orange cat isn't dumb. Religion is just another way to keep humanity separated. Candace Owens has been denied a visa to Australia. Yes, she has. Candace Owens is actually, I think she's not allowed into 2 or 3 countries now. Can't voice your disdain for the current administration in this thread, even though I intentionally misspelled the one F word. Gotcha. Sorry. Thank you, man. Do you ever debate other YouTubers? That's a monumental waste of time. I'm not running for office. I would rather spend my time on live talking with the people that support my content than giving some fucking schmuck who doesn't believe reality access to my profile or my platform for an hour or two to not change any minds. You know what I mean? Monaco is going to ban Candace Owens next. Okay. Were you born in Chicago? I was born in a suburb of Chicago. I was born in Melrose Park, Illinois, at Gottlieb Hospital. Who made the dreadlocked guy on my wall? That is a carving of Bob Marley's face that I bought from a Jamaican street vendor in Ocho Rios, Jamaica in February of 2019. Tom, have you ever thought about doing a landscape mode of your live? Thanks. Elaborate on what that would look like. Have you ever collaborated with any other YouTuber? Nate Petrosky was on my podcast, and then I was on Nate Petrosky's podcast. Hawk was on my podcast. I've interviewed V from Under the Desk News, Walter Masterson, Pinky Patel, a bunch of people. Rotate the camera. What is that? How do I rotate the camera? Oh, he means, okay, you can't do that. You're talking about for my content, like the videos that I put out, make it so that it's landscape instead of up and down. I know that that's a complaint. I can't do that with the platform that I create my videos on. It doesn't allow for that. I do all of my content is created on TikTok. I use that platform as a video creation and editing platform, and you can't do landscape videos on that platform. I make the videos on TikTok. I upload them to TikTok in private so the people can't see them there. That downloads the video to my phone without a watermark, and then I upload that to YouTube for you guys to enjoy over here. So if TikTok allowed that, I would do all of my videos that way because it looks better on YouTube. But because that's where I do my video content, it's not an option right now. If I find another platform to do video content, then so be it. Am I a Bears fan? No, I'm a Colts fan. A little chilly. My wife is getting ready to go to Las Vegas for the weekend, and I think we're going to have a robust gas bill at the end of the month because your boy is turning the heat up. That is Mr. Burns, but he is over my left shoulder. Remember, both TikTok and YouTube automatically flip the screen, and unless I change the orientation, it stays that way. That's why this is backwards.
We're not waiting for those kids. We're gonna eat this stew.
It fucking smells good, doesn't it? Do we have bread?
No, we can stop and get some.
When we come out of the pumpkin patch, we'll probably just have to run through Jewel.
We're good, buddy.
Can you send YouTube video links here? I don't know. What smells good? We have a beef stew with baby carrots going on in the crock pot.
Say it right, baby carrots.
We did a snow fence with dogwood and viburnum over 600 plants. It was a fun
Where are all
job.
the chargers? Sorry, friends.
That's a good question. I think he has one,
Okay.
and then you had the other two.
No, I need the chargers so I can charge the chargers. That charger is what I'm looking for. Do you have the container?
The mesh bag?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I thought it was in your room. That's what I thought.
All right.
Oh, not all right. We got to find it.
Well, I'll find it. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not
Go
here.
talk to your friends.
Go talk to my friends? You can go out and play.
You can go out and play.
What happened to that? What happened?
Here's what I'm pretty positive. It's in the other, what do you call it, that's in our room. Because I thought that was the good one.
I don't think it's in that carry-on either, hon. I don't know what the hell happened to that.
Don't worry about it.
Well, it's bugging me.
I'm sure your son has it somewhere.
Little shit. Does Renee also smoke the green stuff? No, she participates in edibles. I think you're going to understand why I don't just meet random people off the internet. I do appreciate the kind words, but
Met me off the internet.
yeah, but you touched my whiner.
I mean, I'm sure if you
What
ask
the
people,
hell?
they'll do it.
I didn't know that that could be done on YouTube. Look at that shit. Thank you.
What can you do?
Somebody put like a gift over my head.
Oh.
Throw on some Terrapin Station. Unfortunately, I can't do that because then the live violates the rules of YouTube by playing commercial music that I don't possess the right to. I can't sit here and play. Now, listen, that's if somebody reports me, right? Or if the algorithm catches it, but I don't want to take the chance. I just want you to know that you are my snarky white uncle. Well, right on. Where the fuck? Renee,
Husband.
top drawer of your dresser?
Yeah.
Right side, I think. But I don't know. The world is not flat. No shit. You've been watching my shorts and you think they're very cool. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, I'm gonna have to stop and get him lunch.
Okay. What are,
I know you don't care, but
what are you going to grab them?
McDonald's.
You sending them back to school?
Yeah, because otherwise.
Thanks for the $5 no money. I appreciate that.
Otherwise, he gets behind. And then it's an effort for him to
Okay.
get it
Yeah.
get it cleared up. And
Yeah, get him whatever he needs,
he's
obviously.
missed enough days.
He has this year.
Yeah,
He's missed a few, and he's
he's
gonna.
been pretty liberal.
And I've moved the dates back for the Colts game, so he's not gonna miss that day. His birthday. But
So,
what's up, Clyde? Are you just a good boy? It's a good boy. Clyde. Clyde. Say hello to the people. Say hello to the people. Say hello to the people. Clyde Eugene. Clyde. He is just on her like gum on a park bench. Clyde Eugene. Your mama's packing a suitcase, isn't she? Isn't she? And you don't like it when she packs a suitcase because that means she goes bye-bye for a few days. What's up, buddy? You can hang out with me for a few days. You've been smoking pot for 52 years. 40 years for me. $40 this year. Oh, hang on. Am I back? Can you see me? Do I live in Indianapolis? No, we live in the suburbs of Chicago. I'm going to Indianapolis for a Colts game next month. How old are you? 53. Sorry, I had to hop out of the room and answer a text from our driver. Your horse gets a checkup tomorrow. Good luck. Yeah, we're about 2.5 hours from Indianapolis. So we're going to go down the night before a Sunday game, catch the Sunday game, and then drive back after the Sunday game. I did not go to the protest on Saturday. Chicago had a hell of a turnout. Safe travels, thank you. How well do you play the guitar? Not at all, because I don't know how. You hope my wife has a safe trip. That makes two of us. There's actually a large contingent of them going. My wife, her sister, her mother, and two of our daughters, along with my wife's friend. They're all going to Vegas together. Uh, you think I look great for 53? You probably need to see an eye doctor then, would be my guess. Uh, New York was amazing on Saturday. Protesters, is the new ballroom in White House being made for a Diddy party? It's being made for Trump's ego, is what it's being made for. You hope they all win big in Vegas. It'd be nice if a couple of them did. You know, I hope my daughter Lily wins enough to pay off her college education, and I hope my daughter Maggie wins enough to buy a house. I hope my wife has fun. I don't care if she wins or loses. Uh, no disrespect to my mother-in-law, sister-in-law, or my wife's friend, but I don't give a fuck one way or another. I hope they all have a good time and don't lose too much. What is my educated guess as to how long the shutdown will last? Oof. You can't give an educated guess on something like that anymore, in my opinion, because in the old days, you could probably look at past data, you could look at history, and you go, listen, they typically get something worked out before this deadline hits, or before this holiday hits, or before this happens. I don't think they want to open it back up. What Donald Trump is able to cut and fire anybody he wants while the government is down. The Epstein files are not being released. He still gets paid. His Secret Service still gets paid. He still gets to do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't think they're interested. The previous record for the longest shutdown was under the last Trump administration, when we had a shutdown of 35 days. I could see this one going into next year. If we were talking on January 14th about how the government is still shut down, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. I am a supporter of the Second Amendment, yes. They don't give a shit about hurting a fucking soul out there. They don't care. Why should Donald Trump be punished because the government shut down? His party controls the government. His party shut the government down. The only party that currently possesses the power to open the government is his party. The last time I was in Vegas, I won $50,000. Congratulations. You're supposed to have surgery in January using Obamacare to pay. Okay, you're not using Obamacare to pay. So I don't mean to be rude. I don't know what insurance you have, but Obamacare isn't an insurance. Obamacare doesn't pay for anything. So yes, look back at Trump's old tweets when the government was shut down under previous presidents, and who did he place the blame on? The president. Now he says it's not his fault. Okay, well, your party's the one doing it. Do you need me to go? Do you need me to go? Yes, some people do not know what Obamacare is. Obamacare is not insurance. It's Obamacare is not like Medicaid or Medicare or Blue Cross. Obamacare is a law that regulates the insurance industry. You don't get Obamacare. You don't get on Obamacare. Obamacare doesn't pay for anything. What Obamacare does is it provides laws and benefits to people to help them pay for their health insurance. It's the law says, among other things, your kids can stay on your plan until they're 26. You can't be denied when you go to get health insurance because you have a pre-existing condition. Your insurance can't drop you after they pay out $1 million worth of bills for you. And then you have subsidies that exist to help people offset the cost of their Obamacare. Okay, Starch Manning, thank you for the $2 tip. So, for example, we have health insurance through the Affordable Care Act exchanges, through the Obamacare exchanges. We have United Healthcare. We pay $963 a month for a family of four. The federal government kicks in $533. I pay $933, they pay $533. If the subsidy goes away, my bill goes up by $533. That's just one example of what Obamacare does. Obamacare doesn't pay for a surgical procedure, though. It doesn't pay for a doctor's visit or a prescription or anything like that. Owen, hello. What's with the frogs? Are gay MAGA tops or bottoms? I don't know and I don't care. Let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. Be on top, be on bottom, be in the fucking middle for all I give a shit. Have you visited mountain states? Yes. Are we back now? It looked like I froze there for a minute. Are we back now? It looked like I froze there for a minute. I just reset the Wi-Fi. Am I back? Can people see me? All right. Your internet is doing some crazy stuff. Off and on, you know. Hey, look, I made minimum wage. I've been live for 63 minutes and I've made $7. See? Doing work. How many diapers a day does Trump use? I wouldn't even fathom to guess that. Yes, we can see you. Plays. We can see you. I don't know why I'm here, but while you're on about Obamacare, etc., what is the U.S.'s cultural psyche that makes them so adverse to public health care? Seems so odd to people not from there. Okay, it's odd to people from here as well that there is a significant contingent of our citizenry that want to keep the existing healthcare system. What you have is you have a bunch of Republicans that are paid off by the healthcare industry to keep the status quo, to keep a for-profit healthcare system, and to not go after a universal healthcare system. And the way that they do that is they convince their constituents that if they go after a universal healthcare system, what'll happen is that the government will decide for them when they die. The government will tell them you can't have this medication, you can't have this surgery, you're too old, you don't serve society any purpose, we're not going to waste any money on you, fuck off and die. And so those people then go, no, I don't want the government involved in my healthcare in any way, shape, or form, while simultaneously screaming, don't touch my Medicaid, because a lot of them are poor and on government assistance. You know what I mean? And when you ask these people what they feel about Obamacare, and you go down the list of things that Obamacare does, you talk about Obamacare. They say they don't want Obamacare, but when you go down the list of the things that the ACA does, which is what Obamacare is, they go, "Oh yeah, I want all of that. I want to be able to keep my kids on my insurance until they're 26. I want to be able to not. I don't want to be denied for a pre-existing condition." Okay, well that's fucking Obamacare, man. You thought it was price? No, it's not price. Part of the financial opposition to universal health care from the far right wing is also I don't want my money going to help poor people. That's their mentality, right? I don't want my money going to help poor people. And if somebody that's poor and on government assistance gets to go see a doctor and I paid for it, then that's not right. Not understanding that that's how fucking health insurance works. That they're helping somebody else to go see a doctor or get a medical procedure. Not understanding that that's how Medicare works. Not understanding that that's how the fucking VA works. It's just mind blowing to me that they don't grasp this concept, but they don't. You've been watching my videos. Hope your day is going good. Thank you very much. The ACA forces people to have insurance through federal threat of law. In no way, shape, or form does it actually help people. Well, actually, it does. I mean, I'm on a plan through Obamacare right now. When we were in between, my wife was in between jobs years ago. We got insurance through Obamacare. 24 million more Americans have health insurance today than before the Affordable Care Act. To say that it doesn't help people is fucking moronic. It shows a complete and utter lack of understanding of the subject matter, lack of empathy for other people, and or an intentional intent to rile people up by putting out false information. Do you think that every business has an accountant with their name on it, and only use that money for you? What the fuck are you talking about? Thank you very much for the $10 donation, Villaneg, who says release the files. Yes, release the files immediately. That's another thing that they could do right now. You keep hearing Mike Johnson talk about how we want full transparency on the Epstein files. Then release them. You have the fucking majority. Release them. We just want to make sure that people are protected. Then fucking redact the victims' names and release everything else. You could do it today. They won't do it. Why? Because Donald Trump is on the list. And the Republican Party knows that when that comes out, that is going to bury Donald Trump. He's on that list. Why is he on that list? Because he most likely engaged in carnal knowledge with minors against their will. And they are doing everything humanly possible to prevent that information from coming out. You outie?
Yeah, I'm just gonna double check that.
What?
Yeah, his case isn't here, so I'm assuming it's on his body.
Hopefully.
We're gonna find out.
You're going to know in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Love you. Peace be with you. Hang on a minute. God damn, this stew smells good. This whole house smells like beef stew right now. That crock pot is just churning away. Turning away, by God, I'll tell you. Thank you very much for the donation, Brian Fisher. Swear in the new Congresswoman. America is, yes, exactly. Swear in the new Congress. That's why they're not interested in getting this government open. Forgive me, but I need to have a few snacks here. What do we have here? We have everything bagel pretzel crisps und Astari. Slow roasts are the best. Yeah, we got the meat and the juices and the baby carrots going in the crock pot right now. Oh, come on. You fucking kidding me? Everything bagel crisp. I don't really dig on hummus. Curious, why do you run your channel mirrored? Because that's the way the camera automatically defaults when you turn it on, and I just don't bother to flip it. I originally didn't bother to flip it 5 years ago when I started doing TikTok videos, mainly because I didn't know how to flip it, and it just became part of the what my videos were, that they were always backwards. And I did so many videos at the height of my TikTok, when I was building that platform over there. I was putting out 40, 50 videos a day, every day. And it was just one more step of having to reverse and change. And it was like, fuck it. My videos are what they are. They're backwards. And it just became part of what they were. So you guys enjoy a good sunny afternoon at the in-laws' backyard? What does that even mean? Do you think the Epstein victims' own list will come out soon? Listen, I don't know what's coming out when, but my God, if people can't see that the Republican Party is currently trying to protect an international pedophile in their own president, I have absolutely no fucking idea what's going to make them see it. I'm killing your OCD. Sorry. These are phenomenally good, though. The everything bagel crisp. Oh. No, Dems didn't protect them. The 33,000 documents that are released right now, 99% of that came under the Biden administration. The rest of it couldn't be released because Ghislaine Maxwell was on trial and they were under court-ordered federal seal. Do you ever get death threats? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Once again, at the height of making my TikToks, I got bomb threats, shooting threats, stabbing threats, images of my house put online with words on the screen like I had children in cages in the basement. What's my address? My name is Tom Powell, and I live on Valley Drive in Shanahan, Illinois, 60410. If you're mildly good at a Google search, you'll find my address in 12 seconds. I'm addicted to jelly beans. Interesting. Oh, nice. The steam in the crock pot is causing the lid to do a little tap dance. Yeah, I like that. Oh, sorry, David. MAGA loves to project. Yes, they do. Be safe. Yeah, listen, the ones that talk about it are never going to do it. The ones that say, oh, we're going to come fucking... like this fucking guy, this real estate guy from Texas a couple of years ago that got drunk in the middle of the night, found my phone number and called and said he was going to kill me and my family. He regretted that the next morning because all of his shit was public on all the social media platforms. All I had to do was point to him, his name, and the fact that his company page was public, and he lost his job the next day. Don't give your address out. A bunch of weirdos out there. Yeah. Whether I give my address out or not is irrelevant. I ran for public office out of this address. As a matter of law, my address is public knowledge. I also ran multiple businesses out of this house. There is no scrubbing the internet of my address. It's not going to happen. Besides, I have cameras all around the house and guns. I ain't afraid of these motherfuckers. Fuck them. If they want to find me, they'll find me. I've never used a handle. I've always used my real name. I've always used my real face. I've served on public boards here. I've served on committees here. And there's no hiding who I am and where I'm at. So if I didn't want people to find me, I shouldn't have done anything online. Is that a squirt soda? No, that is definitely not a squirt soda. That is a Starry, which used to be Sierra Mist, which was a much better name than Starry. I don't know why the name change. I don't know why the rebrand. Listen, if you're going to be a big, and I don't mean physically, I mean audience-wise, if you're going to be a big content creator and you're going to talk about controversial shit like politics, there is going to come some level of people that are going to want you to be harmed. That's just the bottom line. It comes with the territory. So, I know when to and when not to call the FBI. The story behind the rebrand is pretty awesome. It backfired on Pepsi. Interesting. Do you think it would be worth moving to the U.S. after Cheeto Man is out of office? I love my country. And I always think it's worth living in the United States of America. But I was born here. So, is Starry better than Sprite? I mean, it's probably very, very equivalent. Most places carry Starry nowadays. I like them both. Love them both. I like Orange Pop the best. You get confused between me and Tizzy. That happens a lot. You probably liked New Coke too. No, I don't like Coke or Pepsi necessarily. The dark colas like that, not a fan. You have an RC cola with a fresh pizza. That's good, and only with a pizza. Every now and again, a Dr. Pepper or a root beer is okay. Otherwise, Orange Pop or like a Sprite or Sierra Mist. I prefer Sunkist over Fanta if I have to. RC Cola is solely good with fresh out of the oven, hot, perfectly made thin crust pizza. Apple loses UK lawsuit over charging app developers. Okay. Clear Pepsi? Wow, fuck. I think I tried that once, like how many fucking decades ago? Okay, let me touch on this subject. Somebody says I really missed the second half podcast. Excuse me, I wish it came back. That's the name of one of my two podcasts. And let me explain why the second half podcast and Off Topic with Tom Powell had to be put on hold. When Renee's company went under, we lost 100% of our income. We then had to scramble. And she figured out how to monetize my presence online. And this is now how we earn a living. So my time has to be dedicated toward doing something that generates revenue online, not just having fun online anymore. And I wasn't making shit on my podcast. The free podcast that aired on Spotify, I got maybe 25 bucks a month worth of advertising out of it. That was it. Off Topic with Tom Powell, which was over on Patreon, you had to subscribe to it. I got like 200 bucks a month out of it. That was it. And that's not a lot of money for something that you put a lot of time into. I want to bring my podcast back. I want to resurrect it. I need to figure out the right way to do it so it doesn't interfere with the time that I need to make the content that makes money. And figure out if I can monetize it in the same at the same time. You want to buy one of those things that makes the patterns with the music? Do I have a commission link for that? Are you talking about the where you drop the thing in the sand and it moves around? Are you talking about that? Are you 6'5"? No, I'm 5'9". 6'5". I can't even imagine being 6'5". People are talking about Zima in the chat. Can you just successfully start a Patreon without any online presence? I have no idea. Do you like chopped chicken salad sandwich with cilantro? No, I don't like chicken salad. You look like your brother-in-law, but he's 6'5", 300. $5'9", $295. I don't give a fuck if you believe if I'm 295 or not. What's the leg ink? It's a Grateful Dead piece that a local artist made. You want real journalism back? 5'9"? Yes, 5'9". 5'9", 295. I've been that for several years now, actually. Favorite Chicago sports team? Cubs. Does no kings include God? I guess it depends on what you think and what you perceive it as. I don't fucking know. It should definitely be called the Epstein Ballroom. Mike Johnson is 4'10" with lifts. You can't stand Mike Johnson? He is definitely a hypocrite. People must be having conversations that I'm unaware of. Cubs beat your hometown team? I mean, no offense, but good. What? Republican hypocrite. hypocrite. That's never happened. I actually kind of want the Blue Jays to win. LA is one of those teams everybody's kind of tired of fucking seeing, and Blue Jays haven't been in it in forever. So, have you ever owned a Japanese car? I don't think so. I'm not quite sure where all of my cars were manufactured, but I mean, I currently own a Jeep Cherokee. Prior to that, I had, for a very short period of time, I had a GMC Acadia. Prior to that, I had a Ford fucking Ranger. Prior to that, I had a Chevy 3500 dually king cab work truck. Prior to that, I drove company trucks for 20 fucking years. Well, I don't think so. Which sports are you interested in? Football, baseball, the old Neil and Bob, and anything seen in the Kama Sutra. No, I'm not really a racing fan. When you say truck, do you mean semi? What do you mean? Am I working nowadays? Yeah, I do content creation. I always get a strange set of trolls. Somebody's asking Sherry if she's from Philly. Oh, yeah, people in Illinois use oop all the time. Beef stew. What's your boyfriend do? I don't have a boyfriend, so I can't answer the question. Favorite state? I love my state right here, Illinois. If I had to leave Illinois and I had to move to another state, I'd probably pick Colorado. Timu leftist. If you don't like what you're seeing here, you do understand you're not obligated to stay, right? What makes me smile these days? My family. If anyone here is trans, just know I'm proud of you, says this commenter. What are your thoughts on online guys targeting families? You're going to have to be more specific than that. Congratulations, on 300,000. Thank you very much. Yes, this is a pop in Illinois. It's not a soda. It's not a soft drink. It's a pop. I would never move to Florida. Never. Dude, you're musty and weird. Then scroll. Arkansas atheist. The 100 pigs guy is back. Oh, I put ketchup on my hot dog. You better believe it. You know, 7960. You're absolutely correct. You know, there are a lot of people that are struggling right now, so I'm trying not to talk about it as much. But Something else that makes me smile above and beyond my family is the fact that at the age of 53, with a 50-year-old wife who lost her job over a year ago, we have figured out a way to earn a living off of content creation in a modern era, in a modern industry, and we're doing okay. So that makes me smile as well. You're in the Bloomington Normal area. I am not a fan of deep dish pizza. Barbecue sauce on a hot dog? Okay, that seems a bit much. Mayonnaise on a hot dog? Gee, Jesus fucking. You should be on a fucking watch list. Do I have any advice for up and coming content creators? Consistency. No matter what the fuck it is you're doing, it's consistency. Lives in Florida. Serious challenges here and extremely hyperactive state legislature. Do you like chicken stars? I don't even know what the hell a chicken star is. Thank you, Kim Joyce. Appreciate that. What's a garbage plate? Somebody keeps saying garbage plate. What? Tom, you have that map with Africa in the middle of the map. It's interesting. Where did you get it? And can you tell us about it? This map? This from Amazon. It's a pushpin map. You see all these reds up here. These are places that have been. It's the way most maps made here in the United States look, anyway. Do you have pets? Yeah, a yellow lab and 5 cats. Charlie Kirk died as he lived. Okay. It is mirrored from the camera, yes. I've been to so many places. I've been to 39 states, the Bahamas, Canada, Mexico, Belize, Honduras, and Jamaica. It is backwards. Everything is backwards. Are you a Mason? No. You have a Dachshund Chihuahua mix. Oof, that's a tiny little fucker, isn't it? Come visit Europe one day. I'm working on it, man. It's a push pin map. You go somewhere, you push the pin. Right? Get a little fucking little box of push pins. And then most of these places I went to before I even met my wife. It's when I was traveling. But where her and I go, I take a selfie of us and then I put it on the wall, right? So the rule that I've created for myself is 1 selfie per country and 1 selfie per domestic city. So if we go to 4 cities in Italy, there'll be one Italy frame up here. But you see, here we got Houston and my friend's mission patches. You got the Bahamas, and I got this in the Bahamas, New Orleans, Mexico, Jamaica, Belize, Canada. I've got this one here for Alaska. I know that's not a city domestically, but that's the way I decided to go with Alaska. That's going to go up there. And then I've got one for Honduras. But the problem is I didn't pay attention, and it literally looks exact. It's this same exact frame, only they just changed the name up here. It's literally the same frame. And I got a little fucking mask from Honduras, and so I didn't want to have it too close. So as I fill in the wall with more places, it'll go somewhere up over here later on. So there's that. I feel like I don't have enough of a life to visit the world. Everybody has enough of a life to visit the world. Everybody. Do I have plans to go to El Salvador? Not necessarily. We're going to go back to the Caribbean next year. And then we'll do, Renee and I will do a couple of domestic, trying to think of somewhere to go, like maybe in February down south, where it'd be a little bit warm. Maybe go down to Phoenix or San Diego or something like that. Yeah, Australia is definitely on the list. All 7 continents are on the list. After the Caribbean next summer, I think I'm going to focus on either Mediterranean or South American cruises for 27. I would love to go to Thailand. You like the lava lamp? Thank you, man. No, we have not done the U.S. Virgin Islands. Oh, the driver's buying oil. Yes, I know the Australian flights, some of the Asian flights are very long. No, I do not game in any way, shape, or form. I don't play video games. I don't do Xbox or Nintendo or any of that. All right, one more bagel crisp. 2 more. Let's seal this up. Turks and Caicos is very expensive to go to. Someplace we'd like to go to. If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I'd rather go to Europe. What music do you listen to? There's a sampling. Excuse me, I gotta fix that crock pot lid. Oh god, damn does that smell good. Oh, grr. I am gonna fuck up that that stew. ICE left Broadview? Is that what you're saying? Trump looks like he is decomposing, somebody said. Will Trump go down in history as a tyrant or a hero? He'll go down as the largest stain on American politics ever. You like my skull collection? Thank you very much. It depends on what you want to do if you visit the United States of America as to what cities you want to go to. I mean, there different cities offer different things. This is a mammoth state. You can get in a car in my driveway right now and head due south, and you will drive for 6.5 hours before you go to another state. You'll only drive for an hour east of here before you hit Indiana. It's going to be about 3 hours west of here if you want to hit Iowa. A couple hours north if you're going to hit Wisconsin, but you can drive for 6.5 hours south of here and not hit another state. You can get in a car in Texas. You can get in a car here and it's going to take you 17.5 hours to get to Texas. It's a mammoth country. I don't want ICE in any cities. ICE needs to fuck off. ICE needs to be at the border. That's where ICE needs to be. I don't know how long it would take for me to drive to Detroit, to be honest with you. 6 hours to Missouri. If I drove to London, it would take 6.5 hours from Peebles, Scotland. Okay. Sherry is 11.5 hours away from it. Our daughter and granddaughters and son-in-law live 5.5 hours away from us. Guys, thank you very much for. Oh, we got more donations. There's $23.67 in here now. You're an hour from the Gulf of Mexico. Careful, they're going to jump on you for not calling it the Gulf of America. It's kind of shit like that we need to do. We need to not normalize the shit Trump is doing. Don't talk about Obama 2028 because it normalizes Trump 2028. Don't call it the Gulf of America because it's not the Gulf of America. It's the Gulf of Mexico. Don't refer to it as the Department of War. It's the Department of Defense. You got to not normalize what this fucking sack of shit is doing. Jesus loves you. Tell him I said hi. I call Twitter all the time because it pisses off Elon Musk if you don't refer to it as X. I call it Twitter all the time. Trump is the GOAT at what? New YouTube UI sucks? What does that mean? Too many people are normalizing this nonsense going on now. Exactly. Can you smile? No, my teeth are fucked up from when I was a child and we were poor and didn't have dental care. And so I don't smile. They're crooked and going. They're like the Spice Girls. They're all doing their own thing. UI is the interface design. Okay. We went to visit my partner's mom's grave afterward by Sterling University. Okay, I must have missed the part of that beforehand. Ontario, Canada. Hometown was 8 to 9 hours north. provinces. Yeah, Canada's got some space to it as well, yes. Europeans always seem mesmerized by how big the United States is. How you can drive for hours and hours and hours and still be in the same state. Do you like India? I mean, I don't have anything against India. Are you the supporter of Israel? I'm a supporter of Israeli people, not the Israeli government. Just like I'm a supporter of Palestinian people, but not Hamas. The U.S. is huge, and the resources within the United States are just insane. We have a majority of the fresh water. We've got timber. We've got minerals. We've got it's huge. Do you think there's a good chance that J.D. Vance might be president in 2028? Of course, there's a chance. He's the current vice president. Or there's a better than average chance. Illinois is effectively just a part of Poland that was rebuilt in the USA. There is a rather large Polish contingency here in the United States. I believe I read that the Chicagoland area is home to the largest Jewish population anywhere outside of the state of Israel. We have an absolutely humongous Hispanic contingency, rather significant Asian contingency, whether it be Chinese, Thai. Listen, you want it, it's in Chicago. Believe me. Do you like Trump? No. No, I don't. Vance grew up poor but craps on the poor. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And he's married an Indian woman, and he has mixed children, and he is in a party that would rather see his children starve to death in the fucking streets than even allow them in the country. The fucking hypocrisy is just through the roof with these fucking people. I don't know how his wife is married to him. Chicago has the largest Polish population other than Poland. Maybe that's what I had heard, not the Jewish population. Maybe it was the Polish one. My apologies. Don't swear, it's a bad word. If you don't like swearing, you are on the wrong channel. Oh, I know they're allowed in the country. They were born here. My point being is if your average MAGA voter saw J.D. Vance's kids on the street, they would want him kicked out of this country. People in Appalachia are misled. Okay. Not true. No, that's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. We just watched the Republican gubernatorial candidate for Ohio, Vivek Ramaswamy, get his fucking ass handed to him at a Turning Points USA event because he's not Christian. He's not American Christian. And then we watched Kash Patel get his ass handed to him online for simply mentioning Diwali. The brown people in the Republican Party eventually always see the Republican Party's true colors come out. And you're seeing it happen right now. Vivek is running, I believe they're still in the primary stage, if I'm not mistaken. Thailand, China, and Japan. I would love to get to all of them. How was your Vancouver trip? We were only in Vancouver for a single night, one hotel stay. because Vancouver was the port that our cruise ship left out of to go to Alaska. Our night in Vancouver was fine. Vivek may very well be guaranteed to be the next governor of Ohio. I didn't debate his electability. I spotlighted what the Republican Party always does. You want to know what Vivek might be able to do? He might be able to win governor of Ohio. You want to know what Vivek will never be able to do? Be Republican candidate for president of the United States. Because the Republican Party will never allow a brown man to be their standard bearer. Could you explain to people what exactly the primaries are? Because I feel like a lot of people don't know. Whenever you're going to have an election, so let's just take a presidential year election as an example, or you could talk about it in the standpoint of next year where we have a midterm but the president is not up. You have a general election in November where you're going to go to the voting booth and you're going to pick between the Republican candidate, the Democratic candidate, probably a Libertarian candidate, maybe a Green Party candidate, right? The primary is the process by which the Republican Party and the Democratic Party pick who's going to be on that ballot. So going into the next year's presidential election in 2028, the Democrats will have a primary where you'll have all these candidates, J.B. Pritzker and Gretchen Whitmer and Gavin Newsom and Pete Buttigieg and maybe Bernie Sanders again and maybe Elizabeth Warren, and all of those people will compete to be the Democratic nominee in the presidential election. That's a primary. And every state holds an election, and everybody goes and the Democrats pick who they want to be their Democratic leader, and the Republicans do the same thing. The Libertarian Party doesn't have a primary; they just tell their voters. The party picks who their candidate's going to be, but that's a primary. And then once you got your Republican candidate, the primary winner, and the Democratic primary winner, and whoever the Libertarians decide to use, then they put a ballot together, and in November we go vote on those people. How come so many dipshits end up in Indiana? You're going to need to be a little bit more elaborate. If you're talking about dipshits from Illinois, they go to Indiana because it's cheaper to live there. What's JF17? Ricardo, hello? You have the same question about Florida? It certainly looks like Mom Domney is going to win New York, but who the hell knows? I don't understand why a whole lot of people vote for Republicans. I don't understand why women vote for Republicans, because clearly Republicans want to control women through the legislative process. I don't understand why anybody from the LGBTQ plus community would ever vote for Republicans, because clearly the Republican Party as a whole, once again, not every single fucking member of the Republican Party, but as a whole, they hate people from the LGBTQ plus community. I don't know why any immigrant would ever vote for the Republican Party. I don't know why any person of color at all, black people, brown people, Asian people, would ever vote for the Republican Party. I don't know why white working class people would vote for the Republican Party. I don't know why anybody who's not a rich white Christian male would vote for the Republican Party. It's mind-blowing to me. We live in a country where we have tens of millions of people who believe that they're the next billionaire in waiting, and they have allowed a party, the Republican Party, to convince them that, well, you're going to be up here with us sooner or later, and you don't want to be paying the taxes they're trying to get us to pay. It's mind blowing to me. It's mind blowing to me how people don't understand that they're never going to be a billionaire. You know, I make a damn good living, Knock on wood. I'm never going to be a billionaire. I'm going to live comfortably, but I'm never going to be a billionaire. Why? Well, partially because I wasn't born into the billionaire class, but also partially because I listened to my father. My father said the world needs ditch diggers too, and he was right. I say it all the time. Somebody needs to work in the hospital, the doctors, the nurses, the specialists, and somebody needs to build the hospital. You need both segments of society, and I am not ashamed to be a part of the segment of society that was the working class segment. Not in the least bit. Not in the least bit. And I would love to make $1 billion an hour. I also don't know what I would do with that money. I can't possibly imagine sitting on that kind of money while, at a bare minimum, my friends and family suffered, lived paycheck to paycheck, let alone my community. You know what I mean? Whatever. I'm never going to be a billionaire, and I'm cool with it. I'm damn proud to be from the working class. Portland Frog Brigade. When I retire, I will be a millionaire because I invested in myself. This is why you'll never be a billionaire. You care about others. Have you always been on the left? I don't think I've ever been on the right. I hold some conservative viewpoints, and I used to hold some extraordinarily racist, sexist, and homophobic viewpoints. So you could say I was right-ish for a period. Hey, what up, G? What up? Come on. What are we doing? Wandering the house. Nobody's here to pet you. It's just me, and I'm in here yapping with these folks. So nobody's out there giving you any loving. Frank, how are we doing, Frankie? All right, I'm going to put you down here, okay? Did another one come in here? No, okay. Mama's home. How's his retainer?
Perfect, 6 months.
Okay.
Are you still on?
Yeah. I'm going to get off of here in a minute, though, because I got to eat some lunch.
What?
I got to eat some lunch, though.
Oh, I just bought your son McDonald's.
All right, hang on. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here and get ready to have some lunch. We'll talk soon over the weekend. Peace.